very easy week for a lot of the big teams. Dries Mertens is world class. He's meant to be a number 9.
Don't forget, they do have a few key injuries too. They got 2 or 3 major injuries that could be started.
Injured, Mike? I don't know who you really want to say first.
Okay.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Italian Football TV. The smiles on Michael and I's faces are not just because round 10 of Serie just ended and we had a great round filled with a lot of goals, but they're also because maybe you hear something a little bit different.
Did you notice something on our, what are these called, collars? Yeah,
shirts.
Collars, shirts,
Usually
collars.
called shirts. Guys, we got them mics. We got them mics.
All the time. You guys are saying, finally upgrade the audio, guys. We've been doing this for like 4 or 5 months. It's crazy how long.
4 or 5 months.
Well, all the delays and stuff.
It was like 1 month of the delay.
What are you saying?
Anyway, guys, and let's jump straight into our recap of the round 10, starting with Inter against Sampdoria. A 3-2 victory for Inter, where they were running away with the game. They were dominating, but Sampdoria, which we know how they're playing this season, continued to show their fight, fought back into like the late 80th minute. What a game, what a display. Inter, another win under their belt after a pretty tough month.
There was only 1 game that day, so it was pretty exciting to watch. But they slipped up a little bit. They were up 3-0, and then they came back 3-2 Sampdoria, and there were still like 10-15 minutes left in the game. I thought they're going to steal maybe a goal at the end. Who knows?
I think that this perfectly represents what Gianpaolo's team is about.
That's true.
Yes, they didn't get the win, but Inter are such a strong team. So much stronger than they're really giving credit for. They were in first place for the first time since the 2007 season. I think that says it all. And obviously now they're not in first place because that game was the earlier one.
Spalletti's really doing something with them. But it looks like it's not luck, like he's been saying. He even criticized the haters like, oh, this is not luck. They're really doing something this season, and it looks like they can cement the Champions League spot at least.
They look so strong. Mauro Icardi's goals, sensational. 11 goals in this season. Such a top striker, and really is cementing that leadership role for this new Inter, and especially with Spalletti at the reign. Even Candreva played freaking good. All around,
we don't hear that
very exciting game. 5 goals in a midweek game. Let's move on. Juventus beats Spal 4-1. Pretty straightforward game from the beginning, where Juventus did let Spal get back into this match, which Allegri did criticize his team for. Yeah, they did. They came back 2-1, but then Juve ran away with it. Paulo Dybala back on the score sheet after being criticized with a beautiful curler. Federico Bernardeschi did open the score sheet.
That was a nice goal.
With an absolute banger of a goal. I was so happy to see Bernardeschi get on the score sheet. And then topping it off, Gonzalo Higuain, who's had a very tough start to the Serie A. He's been the front runner of every criticism for Juventus, every criticism in the media, because the first goal that Juventus scored, Bernardeschi, it started from Higuain's pressure, but in the end, 4 goals against Spal. Who is Spal? Come on.
No, yeah, it's true. And I don't want to give Juve too much credit, but Higuain got a goal that he really needed. Dybala also starting that streak again, have not scored in a while. But it's against Spal. They collect the points, and it seemed like all the big teams really did collect the points.
Exactly. Very easy week for a lot of the big teams. Paulo Dybala, 11 goals, tied with Icardi there. But Ciro Immobile is still at the top right now, but we'll get into that. Juve's next match is against AC Milan on Saturday. Speaking about Milan, 4-1 win over Chievo Verona. Like we said, a lot of the big teams did do well in this one. And really important because Milan jumped to the top 8. They were in the bottom half of the table at one point this weekend. Suso pulling the strings all night. Kalinic getting on the score sheet. Çalhanoğlu,
his debut goal.
Well, Serie A debut goal. Yeah. Good stuff for Milan, right?
About time Milan finally winning and putting the bad performances. A lot of people were kidding around with, oh, Bonucci's not playing. It looks like Milan finally won.
I kind of like that.
But it was only a matter of time till it happened, right?
Yeah, I mean, we did get a comment on Twitter. We asked you guys to comment and give some of your thoughts. And Oyvind said, is this result waiting to happen, or was it because Bonucci was on the bench? I think that it was waiting to happen. You're playing against Chievo Verona. The other matches we were talking about against Inter was the one that you lost to. So Inter and Chievo Verona. Chievo Verona is one of those teams that they know they're not going to get relegated every year. They never really do enough to try to get Europe. But from Milan, very important win. Getting these points in, staying in the top half of the table for now is important. And also just to alleviate some of the pressure for Vincenzo Montella. Pressure justified, but also you got to see the other side of things, that they did get a lot of new players, they got a lot of young players, and you're not always going to win right away, especially against some of the bigger teams. Let's move on to Napoli, who are cruising in the Serie A. Dries Mertens, that control from that pass from Diawara was world class.
It was sick.
I don't think we realize how hard that is to control that ball with the bottom of his boots and then to put it away like he did. Dries Mertens is world class. He's meant to be a number 9. So many question marks if he could have been a number 9, blah, blah, blah. He scored 30-something goals.
But let's see, that third goal, was it really him or was it like an own goal from Zukanovic? A lot of people are saying it's back and forth. Insigne, Callejon, and Mertens, they got to perform week in and week out because, you know, Juve is catching up there.
Actually, now that I just looked, they saying Zukanovic got the own goal. Fama, I don't know. Maybe they're wrong. We thought that it was 3 goals from Mertens. Maybe it's not a hat trick. Don't quote us on that one. But anyway, I wanted to say, and I wanted to cement the point, in my opinion, Napoli would not have gotten last season. This would have had a tie written all over it. It's the proof in their change of mentality to be able to get this win in Genoa. Yes, Genoa's not doing that good, but I believe out of Sarri's 4 times playing against Genoa, he tied them 3 times. And this, one of his wins, and I think that this is just cementing what Napoli are all about. Still at the top of the table, 2 points above Inter and 3 points above Juventus. Moving on to Roma Crotone. Shitload of chances in this one. Only a 1-0 win against Crotone. It was a little bit tough. And it's, yeah, you kind of say it's scary because you're letting Crotone, bottom table team who's probably going to go down and get relegated, into the match for that long. But Kolarov proving decisive on a penalty, which I am still dubious about. I saw the replay like 4 times. I still don't think it was touched. VAR, again, not used. But Perotti scored another penalty. Out of the 9 goals he has for Roma, 8 of them have been penalties.
He keeps going bottom left. These damn goalkeepers look at like a halftime show to see where he always goes. They block most of them. But it's always bottom left if any Serie A goalkeepers are watching. But he's pretty good at that.
And he said, yeah, Buffon's probably watching.
Maybe Buffon.
Yeah, literally goes bottom left. Bottom right for the goalkeepers. Come on, Corda does.
Yeah,
but yeah, anyway, Roma just getting the job done again under Di Francesco. Not glamorous. Yeah, they probably should have bagged 3 goals. But at the end of the day, they actually had a really, really tough schedule and getting important wins.
Let's not forget, they do have a few key injuries too. They got 2 or 3 major injuries that could be started.
Who's injured, Mike?
El Shaarawy.
I like how you say El Shaarawy first when we all know who you really want to say
Manolas,
first.
Okay, I said him.
That's the only guy. You don't even care about
he's the heart of the defense right there. So that's big.
I think Roma fans will do probably like anything to get Bruno Perez out of the rankings. So
he's not that good. Bring Torosidis back, please.
Bro, Torosidis is not the solution for Roma. Let's talk about Lazio's scrappy win, a 2-1 victory over Bologna, which actually got pretty complicated.
Really
Ciro Immobile missed a penalty. He could have went 14, and not just a penalty. He missed so many damn shots
hit the post.
This entire game. He did hit the post. He was very close, but Milinkovic-Savic, man, this player is so fantastic. 22 years old, his 4th goal of the season, 2 in Europa League, 2 in the Serie A, proving decisive. But actually, one big talking point, and a lot of people who didn't see this match might not know that actually Lulic scored a goal for Lazio, scored an own goal for Bologna, and then Simone Inzaghi took him out, and Lulic got pissed off. He didn't say a word to Lulic. He just stared Lulic down, and Lulic is going to get that message.
I wonder what he might even get a fine. Who knows?
Is he the captain?
Lulic is the captain. Yeah. He's the captain of Lazio.
You're captain and this is what you do.
Yeah, I know, that's not right.
That's not an example. Actually, one really important thing, and we haven't made a video about it. Maybe we'll make a video about it tomorrow. But very touchy time for Lazio right now. They had all of this Anne Frank thing that happened, which basically, if you didn't know, wrapped up very quickly. Again, we might make a video about this. They basically put Anne Frank in a Roma jersey and threw it around in the Stadio Olimpico, and it was a very bad face. There was a moment of silence, and they also read part of Anne Frank's diary because it was anti-Semitic, it was discriminatory, and the Lazio players, obviously, they're people too, so they were feeling this kind of pressure. So to get this kind of win over Bologna, I do give them credit over a game which you could have given the excuse saying, oh, there's a lot of things going around at the club right now.
There's a lot of pressure and criticism on them, but hopefully that all cleared up because they did it for every Serie A match.
Yeah.
They actually run a thing. So they want to show that it's a big thing and racism does not belong in football.
Credit to Serie A. I like the way that they handled it.
That's good, yeah. I was surprised.
I hate the perception that everyone keeps giving like, oh, Lazio fans are so racist. Yo, it's hooligans. Every single team has it. Fiorentina, real quick, 3-0 win over Torino. Torino continued to struggle. Gio Simeone got on the score sheet tonight. Love to see him. And the last one that we should talk about, Cagliari completely stole a point, 3 points from Benevento. Benevento late on scored a goal finally in the Serie A.
92nd minute, actually.
92nd minute, which would have gotten them their first point in the Serie A. They're on
still
zero.
Still have 0.
Cagliari, 95th minute, scored the winner. Credit to them. Credit to Pavel Gol getting in on the score sheet. Looking at that Serie A table, nothing has changed because all the top teams did win. The only thing that did change was 7th and 8th place have been pushed. Chievo, Verona, and Bologna were there. Now it's Fiorentina and AC Milan there. And I got to be honest with you right now, Michael, I'm really loving the look of this. The top 8 teams...
You've been 3rd place, looking good, right?
Okay, we'll put that aside for right now. The top 9 teams are all teams that I really love watching. And I think that there's like 7 points to push between the top half of the table. And I think that this is making for such a good season. The storylines are there. Random fans who are looking at the Serie A, they're going to be like, holy shit, Juve is really not in first place. They're not running away with the league. No, they're behind Inter and they're behind Napoli.
That's what I'm saying.
Lazio's right there, tied with them. And Roma is a game in hand, which if they did do that, they'd be 1 point behind
them. That's right.
Lazio and Juve.
Sampdoria, look how we gotta praise Sampdoria.
My favorite.
Sampdoria also have a game in hand, guys. So if they win their next game,
and they lost this week. They lost, and they have a game in hand,
so
and they're still there.
20 points, just a point below Roma.
They're in 6th place. I'm sorry.
Amazing.
I think I said 5th earlier on in the video.
They're in
but
6th.
Anyway, guys, that is our Serie A Round 10 recap. We are nothing unless you guys jump in the comment section below and give your thoughts on all the match. So go do that. Let us know what your favorite moment was, and we'll talk to you soon.
Ciao, guys.
Ragazzi.
What do you call that? The Jigaloo?
Not a bad name for it at all.